Hey friends, freedom of speech, right to equality, right to education, these are not just for in a textbook, they affect your job, your identity and your future. But what happened when they are taken away? So let's understand this right that define us. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So friends, in this video we are diving deep into one of the most important topic in Indian polity, that is the fundamental rights under the Indian constitution. So friends, these rights are not just important for your prelims and mains but also define the very spirit of our democracy framework. So let's get started. So friends, I have decoded all the important points you just see on the screen. Fundamental rights are covered in Part 3 of the Constitution from Article 12 to 35. So it is inspired by the American Bill of Rights. They aim to protect the liberty, equality and dignity of individual. So friends, here these rights are justiciable, meaning you can approach courts if they are violated. So they can act as limitation on the power of the state and are essential to maintain the rule of law and the democratic ethos of India. Now let's see the features of fundamental rights. So some key features of fundamental rights are, friends, here they are enforceable by courts and they are not absolute, means the state can impose some reasonable restrictions. Most can be suspended during a national emergency except the Article 20 and 21. So some rights are available only to citizens and other are to everyone, including foreigners, and most importantly, so these rights empower citizens to challenge arbitrary laws and action of the government. Now let's see the classification of fundamental rights. So fundamental rights are grouped into 6 categories, that is right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, right to constitutional remedies. Now let's explore one by one in detail. The first is right to equality from Article 14 to 18. So right to equality is covered under Article 14 to 18. Article 14 guarantees equality before the law and equal protection of the laws. So Article 15 prohibits discrimination on ground like religion, caste, sex, race, etc. but allows special provisions for women, children, SC, STs and backward classes. So Article 16 provides equality of opportunities in public employment. So here Article 17 abolish untouchability. So its practice is a punishable offence now. Now Article 18 abolishes title except for military and academic distinctions. The next one is right to freedom, Article 19 to 22. So Article 19 gives citizens 6 key, that is freedom of speech, expression, assembly, association, movement, residence and profession. So these are not unlimited and can be restricted for reasons like public order, security or morality. So Article 20 promotes against ex post fact laws, double jeopardy and self-incrimination. So in Article 21 is the right to life and personal liberty. This is interpreted broadly by the courts to include right to privacy, clean environment, education and more. Article 21A mandates free and compulsory education for children aged 6 to 14 and Article 22 provides right to arrest persons and regulates preventive detention. The next right is right against exploitation, Article 23 to 24. So right against exploitation is covered in Article 23 to 24. Article 23 prohibits human trafficking, beggar and forced labor. Here Article 24 bans the employment of children below 14 years in hazardous occupations. These provisions aim to uphold human dignity and protect vulnerable groups from exploitation. The next one is right to freedom of religion, Article 25 to 28. Article 25 to 28 guarantees religion freedom to all individuals. Article 25 gives freedom of conscience and right to freely profess, practice and propagate religion. So Article 26 allows religion domination to manage their own affairs. Article 27 ensures that no person is forced to pay tax for promotion of any religion. Article 28 bans religion instructions in government run education institution. Now the next article is cultural and education rights, 29 to 30. So India is a diverse country and the constitution protects its linguistic and cultural diversity. So Article 29 safeguards the rights of group to preserve their language, spirit and culture. Article 30 gives minorities the right to establish and administer educational institution of their choice. The next right is right to constitutional remedies. So Article 32 is called the heart and soul of the Constitution according to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. It allows individuals to directly approach the Supreme Court for enforcement of fundamental rights. So the court can issue 5 types of writs, that is habeas corpus, mandamus, prohibition, certiorari and quo warranto. So the next one, Article 12 and other related provisions. So Article 12 defines the term state. It includes the government, parliament, state legislature, local bodies and other authorities. So Article 33 allows parliament to modify fundamental rights for armed force. Article 34 deals with martial laws. Article 35 empowers parliament to make laws on certain fundamental rights together. They ensure a balance between individual rights and national interest. Now let's see landmark and judgments. So let's quick look at some landmark judgments. So Maneka Gandhi case 1978 broadened the scope of Article 21. Keshwananda Bharati case 1973 established the basic structure doctrine. And in the Puttaswamy case, the 2017 declared right to privacy as a fundamental right. These cases show how courts have continuously evolved and expanded the scope of fundamental rights. So friends, for prelims, remember article numbers, key cases and definitions, and for main, focus on linking fundamental rights with the DPSPs and fundamental duties. So use case laws to strengthen your answer. So friends, we have seen a complete overview of fundamental rights, one of the pillar of our constitution and your UPSC preparation. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel.